Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're going to begin with powerful words from the UN Secretary General on day one of a climate conference. Quote, "We are digging our own graves." The global summit brings together the leaders of nearly 200 countries, although two of the world's biggest polluters were noticeably missing. More on that in just a moment. But President Biden is there in Scotland tonight, where he made a remarkable apology to the world for the actions of his predecessor, Donald Trump. Mr. Biden told world leaders there today he's sorry that the U.S. under President Trump pulled out of the historic Paris Climate Accord. The president re-entered that global agreement when he took office. And the president's Build Back Better spending package, including more than $500 billion for climate change initiatives. But that plan seems to have hit a roadblock right here in the U.S. We have two reports from Scotland tonight, beginning with CBS's Nancy Cordes, who's traveling with the president. Good evening, Nancy.
Good evening, Norah. The COP26 summit, as the name suggests, is the 26th time leaders have met to try to find ways to reduce global warming. And yet, as the UN Secretary General put it today, the world is still careening toward a climate catastrophe. And these leaders are being begged to do more.
We've come here today to say, try harder.
President Biden and other world leaders were confronted today with dire warnings from around the globe.
Over 2 million of my fellow Kenyans are facing climate-related starvation.
The rivers are dying, and our plants don't flower like they did before.
Delegations from 200 nations are here to try to get back on track with commitments set 6 years ago in Paris. The goal then was to zero out global carbon emissions by mid-century. But as of now, they're still on the rise.
I guess I shouldn't apologize, but I do apologize for the fact the United States in the last administration pulled out of the Paris Accords and put us sort of behind the eight ball.
This time it is two other big polluters, China and Russia, whose heads of state chose not to attend. Together, those countries and India are responsible for more than half the world's emissions, yet they've rejected the 2050 goal.
There's a reason why people should be disappointed in that. I found it disappointing myself.
It's been a tiring few days of diplomacy for Mr. Biden, convincing other nations to cut methane emissions and stop financing foreign coal-fired power plants. Yet at the same time, he's been urging OPEC countries to step up oil production, a temporary fix, he insists, as Americans face spiking gas prices.
Well, because they have to get to their work. They have to get in an automobile, turn on the key, get their kids to school. The school buses have to run. That's the reason why.
President Biden came into this summit insisting that his Build Back Better plan, which includes $500 billion worth of climate provisions, was on the verge of passing. But today, West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin announced that he has fresh concerns. And so things appear to be in limbo once again, Norah.
Nancy Cordes, thank you.